Cool. Number 10, regular expression matching. Given an input string S and a pattern P, implement regular expression matching with support for period and star, where a dot matches any single character, where star matches 0 or more of the preceding element. Okay. Matching should contain the entire input string. Okay. This is one of those problems where I wish they gave us the link with the string just in case. But I think you do it with dynamic programming. Yeah, I mean, definitely can. And there's some like memorization even. I'm going to do a memorization. But okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just memorization. Well, I'm going to do it in memorization. You can probably do dynamic programming with some. Yeah, I'm not going to make that optimization off my head. So, uh, oh man, that's actually a funky edge case. But I think, yeah, that's still going to be the idea. It's just about making sure we handle all these weird cases. Okay. Still don't have all y'all Python experts out there. If you let me know how to declare a multi-dimensional matrix easier, let me know because I keep on doing things really silly. But I'm just gonna use a dictionary. Maybe that's not as fast though. I mean, well, it's not maybe. It's definitely not as fast, but I'm gonna do it. Okay. We want to do forwards or backwards? Does it matter? Let me see. I guess I don't know if it helps. But, for example, I feel like I have not had a good pattern around it, and I keep on half looking out for it, but yeah, thanks. Oh, and you actually even declared the things for me. I don't know if that's intentional, but I still appreciate all the same. I want it that way. I want it that way. Thanks. I got. Man, I'm not necessarily very good at being Pythonic yet. At least not on the interview things. Because I think when I last used Python like in my career like 3-4 years ago, and I would have time to be like, oh wait, this does not look clean at all. So then I would Google it and you know type things up the better way. But yeah, I'm doing none actually. But yeah, but I'm not still like it's not ingrained in me enough that while if I'm studying for doing an interview, I could be confident I do it this way. This makes sense. I mean, as soon as but yeah, I, well, I guess I checked end state first. If X. The entire pattern have to match, right? That makes sense because otherwise that doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, oh no, that's C star. Okay. Otherwise, well, only one of the strings to the end, and that's not great. Yeah, I think. Also, welcome MX. Thanks for joining us. Always nice. So I'm just in the middle of the problem. Okay, only lowercase. And, okay. So the obvious case is they match. So okay, so that's the easy part. That's the easy part. Also, if it's a period, then we also do this. Now the tricky part is how do I handle this A star? This is not that tricky, but and then now we have some things to play around with, which is okay. Let's go to x while n equals 0 and y is equal to so yes. But we want to also recurse here. Also possibly maybe there shouldn't be an else if actually. So actually maybe it should be part of this even. Though not in the 0 case. That's true. So but okay, I mean this should be okay actually. I was worried that it calls itself, but I forgot that there should be y plus 2. So that's okay. We have a base case type thing. It should be okay. But I think I'm missing the dot case. Maybe I need minor helping function actually. Something like that. This could actually go out of bounds. Well, it wouldn't be considered out of bounds. It'll be bounded by this, so that should be okay, maybe. Yeah, let's give it a 1. I actually don't. Okay, well, I guess this is trivially true, which is good. Because having something even getting the base case right is not to be taken as a given sometimes. But they do give you some good test cases, perhaps. Which are probably the one I know is from Mississippi. I wanted. I think I just more natural in doing it. But let me get to that after I don't even reuse the cache. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think it's just more comfortable for me. And something that like if I'd done the same exact like I could like I have the skills to maybe sometimes anyway to convert this into the bottom up after looking at like how the you could say how the dependency graph is drawn for dynamic programming, but I can't do it without coding it. I'm having trouble with like visualizing it just from right from the beginning. But I think some of that is like maybe if I keep on practicing, then I could make that like extra step in my head in coding without kind of doing it. Uh, Especially when there's like multiple edge cases. I think I don't know. I mean I think that's my kind of spiel. Um, but it should still be wrong. Which one am I wrong for? Oh, maybe my star stuff is wrong. Oh, this isn't even a real thing. Yeah. Maybe I should just pass into things. Okay, it's still wrong, but it is less wrong maybe than before. Because it wasn't even. That's the thing that is a little bit annoying. How come it doesn't complain about it? But okay. And this is also just wrong. Like that should just complain. So this never execute, which is why. Well, one of the reasons why it's not wrong. But, y plus 2 should be right. Is this 0 equals 2? Where is going to go out of bounds? Because I just put it. Oh. Did I do it in the right order? No, I did it in the wrong order. Yeah, for me, it's just more comfortable for better or for worse. Okay. Not gonna believe this just yet, but let me get back on that in a second. But maybe it's okay. Let's do an empty string. Because I think I fail on an empty string for dot period or dot star rather. Yep. I think I actually. Because I terminate early. In theory, it would get to this, but I just do I just special case this? Well, I guess special case this unless it's this. But, okay, fine. the only case? I think that's the only case. That could be true for 0. Oh, no. Oh, same idea, I guess. So maybe I need something more robust as opposed to 1. Okay. That's what I get for being lazy. I was thinking about it, but yeah, I mean, not enough, clearly. Okay. It's just something wrong with my base case as a result, which is the same as what we kind of put an exception for, but which is the 0 case trailing. I think, I mean, essentially we're very close. We're just trying to figure out to the edge cases. Okay. This is true. Well, or this is accurate. We're at the end. I really want to, this is going to be so messy-ish. Return this, which is the same thing we did earlier, but slightly better. Yeah. Oh. Expected to be true is false. By 1. Just like real life, you spend 80% of your time on the 10% of the problem. Or something like that. Can't do math. Math is hard. Also, I'm just not good enough in Python. I think that's something that I have to continue to work toward. That's right. It can be any star because it just matches 0. Okay. Match 0, so now return. Because now in theory, no, that should still be done. But oh, because I don't return this in another case. Okay. Man. Yeah, definitely a little tricky. But it's close. Okay, cool. Yeah, and to be honest, I mean, the recurrence part is kind of okay, but even then, like I think I would have a lot of trouble with some of the edge cases, especially on this one. I think for me that's the toughest part. Uh, and at least for now, I mean, I would also say that a lot of the time the performance is the same in terms of space and time, but there are definitely problems where if you do the math and the constraint, the space doesn't fit anymore, right? In this because like you could do stuff in n cube time, but maybe not n cube space or something like that. Maybe then maybe I would write it bottoms up and spend extra time to figure that out. I think maybe some of it is that like yeah. I mean, I think if I'm not, I don't know if I'm rushing it per se, but I am trying to do it uh, correctly, correctly. So so I think memorization is just something that I'm more like confident about once I write it down and I could debug it relatively okay. Where dynamic programming, or like bottoms up dynamic programming, I would only do when I'm like, oh, I've seen this problem before. I know how the for loops roll, and I know how the dependency graph is constructed for the programming part. So that's my thing. I don't know. Feel free to disagree, but yeah, yeah. No, well, it's okay. Cool. Let me go over this problem real quick then. Wow, it's almost 9 o'clock, so just in time for me to do random problems. So yeah, if y'all have requests, definitely leave it in the chat and I'll do them. Yeah, but cool. So yeah, so what's the complexity? Uh, it's probably like n cube ish. I mean, it's n cube ish, but yeah, I mean, but like a lot of the a lot of the a lot of the states are not reachable, but still n cube ish, I guess. Um, because you have n square states, and it takes all of n to calculate them potentially, each of them. So that's n cube. In space, is I mean, we define the space, so it clearly should be n square, or even be more precise, the length of S times the length of P. I stop I hand wave down a little bit, but and so that's the space and time. I think that's optimal. Well, uh, well, at least that's optimal with dynamic programming. Maybe there's a faster way. Pretty sure there is though, because I feel like, like, I guess grip is not that, but I don't know. But because I feel like we definitely do some kind of pattern matching, and you can't do it in n cube. That's just too slow for real life. But maybe there's some funky like I don't know algorithm like string E algorithm that I just don't know about. But yeah, I think this is definitely a tricky dynamic programming problem. But I don't know if I would. Well, I personally don't think I would give it on an interview. It's a little. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little involved, I suppose. So like, but on the other hand, it is kind of real life practical ish. So, eh. But I probably still won't for myself. So I mean, but I could definitely see this being asked on and on me. So definitely study up. I think a lot of this is basic ish dynamic programming or memorization. And the recurrence is relatively straightforward. Minus some edge cases around dot star and or not even dot star in my case. It was just matching 0 characters. Um, so definitely have to handle that a little bit. That prove up my base case a bit. But otherwise, I think this is in theory uh, something that should be expected only because you know this comes up in real life or like you know like this is a thing that people use to in their like they want to know how they're given a regular expression want to know how much it match or whatever, right? So, yeah. What is this also? Oh, yeah, and yeah, I think someone actually mentioned this, but you could probably also do uh, like a like a finite state machine type thing to kind of do this, but I guess it is. Maybe that's well, yeah, that's probably how to improve the running time. But okay, cool. But yeah, and, well, let's see if I can improve my code better as a retro. Um, I mean, I think the way I write Python. I mean, this is not you know a comment on Python. It's about my Python. Is that I tend to be a little bit more verbose, and that's why I'm practicing a little bit because I generally tried, not tried, but like back in the day, you should do these things in C and C++, and the code is way much smaller. Smaller? Why did I say it like that? Smaller and shorter. But yeah, but that yeah I could in terms of like keeping the code clean. I think this is relatively okay. Maybe I could add a little comment, even though some people would say that the comment is an excuse, but it's just I think I'm okay. I use okay things. I mean, there's only a couple of while loop, and this is just the base case, so you can't really get away from it that much. I mean, you can put in a function and name them, but I guess you can. But like otherwise, it's okay.